Do you want to build your confidence? Do you want to believe in yourself more? Do you want to have greater belief in yourself? And how would your business be different? How would you grow in your business and your grow personal development, all of that, if you believed in yourself to a greater degree? That's what I'm going to be talking about tonight is all the things that I do to build my confidence, to build my self-belief, and just to be who I am meant to be. Years ago, I realized how much this is so important. And it took me a while. It took me a while, and I worked hard at it. But I feel like I have more confidence today than I've ever had in my life. So let's talk about that tonight. I have 10 different things that I work at all the time. So if you're joining me live, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming in from and join the conversation. I'll have some questions for you along the way. If you are watching the replay, just tell me what was valuable to you and what you found interesting, what caught your eye, and we'll have a conversation at that point. But how does someone build their confidence? And for the longest time, I really struggled with this because I felt like I just wasn't doing the right things. I just didn't know how to build my confidence. But it is important. So let's talk about, I have 10 things. So I just want to kind of get going with the list because I don't want to be on here for a long time. And there's 10 things that I have, I kind of thought about. What is it that I do? What did I do? What made these changes? What created these changes? And this is what came up for me. So first of all, number one is to just state your goals. State your goals by writing them down. I mean, it's so important to write down your goals because if you don't write them down, how do you know when you've reached a goal, or how do you know what you're working towards if you don't write down? And you want to make sure it's measurable. Focus goals keeps you on track. I mean, then you know what you're working towards. That's just the way it is. And of course, when you accomplish those goals, then you want to make sure that you celebrate that too. Number two is to list your fears. So everybody has fears. And it's okay. It's okay to have fears. But the best way to overcome those fears is to acknowledge the fears and then work against it or work towards eliminating that fear. And you know, one of the big fears that I had when I first got started was to go live. And finally, I just said to myself, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe there's somebody going to say something, or maybe somebody's going to make some derogatory comment. So it's not going to hurt me. It's not going to kill me. So go for it. You got to build strategies to counteract the fears that you have. And sometimes it's just a matter of going and doing what you fear the most. And that will take care of it. So that's kind of what I do. Get out of your comfort zone is number 3. That's basically what I was just talking about. Getting out of your comfort zone. You need to go after the things you want, even if it's the most fearful thing that you feel. If you feel fear from it, then that's exactly where you need to go. Okay? List what needs to be done, feel the fear, and do it anyway. Remember that it gets easier by doing it over and over. So whatever it is, figure out what it is, and then just go for it. Number 4 is to create a plan. Make a list, work from that list, And do not procrastinate. That's easily said, but it is, what is it that you want? I mean, you have to figure out your goals, and you have to figure out what is it you want. And if you really want something, you will gravitate towards it. You'll start working towards it, and then you'll gravitate to it. And before you know it, it's there. And you're working towards it if you want it bad enough, basically. Number 5 is to educate yourself. You don't have to be an expert to be able to teach something to someone else. You just need to be one step ahead of that person that you're teaching. Be that tour guide for the person that is looking for something, and that you can help them with. Keep an open mind when absorbing from others. Keep an open mind, and it just means that you're not just so focused that you can't absorb things from other people. So you want to absorb, but don't be so watching other people so badly that you're off to in every direction. That's not good either. Okay. So I just want to point that out. Let's see. Number 6 is know who you can help. So again, who is your audience? Who can you help? And how can you help that person? Not everyone is right for your business. I mean, not everyone is a perfect prospect. So you got to know who your audience, who are you looking for? Who's your target market? Who's your audience? And how can you help them? Number 7 is to celebrate the small wins. Sometimes they can be the slightest little win, but I love celebrating the small wins. I really do. When you complete a task on your list, celebrate it. Feel the accomplishment. Feel it. And share your successes. There's nothing more fun than to be able to share a success with someone, a friend. Maybe it's sharing it on your social media channel, whatever it is. Number 8 is to remain positive. You're going to have days that are not going to feel, you're not going to feel as positive, but no matter what, you need to stay positive. Learn from the mistakes. I mean, a mistake is just another opportunity to learn something. So just learn from the mistakes. We all make them. Everybody does. You are not alone. So learn from them. Grow from the adversity. All mistakes and adversities are opportunities to learn something. So it's simple. Number 9 is to evaluate what works and what doesn't. And the evaluation process that I'm going to talk about is a 3-2-1 evaluation. At the end of the day, evaluate. Give 3 things that worked for you today. 2 things that did not. And then do 1 thing that you might do differently tomorrow so that you wouldn't make do the 2 things that didn't work today. So it could be a better day. So again, 3 things that worked, 2 things that did not work, and 1 thing that you might do differently tomorrow. Use that evaluation process. Works every time. Works every time. And that was number 9. And number 10 is to find a mentor. Find a mentor. Have you checked in lately? Do you have a mentor? And have you checked in lately? I mean, someone to guide you, someone to cheer you on, and definitely someone to give you constructive feedback or criticism. So very important for your confidence. Absolutely the best thing I have ever done in business or in my life. I surrounded myself. Okay, so this is basically what happened. I stopped beating on myself and got a mentor and started surrounding myself with the people that were willing to help me build, to build me up. I help them build, they help me build. I mean, that's what a mentor is. Yes, a mentor is gonna guide you, but they will also give you that critical feedback that you need. So important to have a mentor. So that is the 10 things that I do on a daily basis to keep myself, to grow my confidence, to keep my belief in myself at the maximum or way up there. So I hope that you got some value out of this and that this, you can use some of these things in your own life, in your own business, and let me know what was valuable. I would love to hear from you. I guess that's all I have for tonight. It is late already where I am at, so we will talk to you all again another day in the next video.